it's that time again, another episode of Ted's 10, the show in which I, a guy called Ted, give you my top 10 things of a thing. Yeah, it's a simple concept, much like you, dear viewers, watching this video till the end and hitting that like button. If you were subscribed to this channel back in the day when we had handles, you would know I used to call myself Eccentric Man 87. Why? Well, I am pretty eccentric, and I was born in 87, but also Eccentric Man is the title of a very good song by the Groundhogs. Who are the Groundhogs, you ask? Well, I say imagine a very British folk or metal band like Hawkwind were formed originally to back John Lee Hooker. Yes, bridging the gap between prog and blues to boldly go where no other band has gone. The Groundhogs did. So anyway, here are, in my opinion, the 10 best Groundhog songs. Number 10 is Still a Fool. Again, I've broken my rule and included a cover at number 10. This Muddy Water song is the last track from the debut album, Scratching the Surface, which in fact is all blues covers. To be honest, considering what the band will become, it's a pretty unremarkable album, and even for 68 sounds a bit dated. It's not that heavy and could easily be something by the Animals from the mid-60s. That is apart from the last track. This monolithic Muddy Waters cover shows the Groundhogs finally walking out, and it's wonderful. It's still pretty straight in terms of being a blues, but compared to the rest of the album, you can really hear the power and intensity in Tony McPhee's playing. This is a superb cover, and at number 9 is Free From All Alarm. By their 7th album from 1974, the Hogs have definitely got weird and wonderful, and this track again shows a great blend of progginess and bluesiness. The song is 2/3 acoustic, dominated mainly by some wonderful John Lee Hooker-esque rhythmic toe-stamping plucking, and then you've got a hard rock fucking electric bit at the end. I just love how this band can effortlessly blend these two styles, and this is them doing that at their best. Okay, and at number 8 is Daze of the Weak. Is it okay to include a track partially because you love the title? But anyway, this wonderful bit of psychedelic blues from the second album definitely shows the band coming into their own. It's a straight 6/8 blues with a majestically eerie sound and a guitar solo which builds perfectly. Great song. And at number 7 is Garden. Their third album, Thank Christ for the Bomb, is probably their most famous, and it's just wonderful, especially this track, Garden. It describes a man looking after his garden to see everything messy and overgrown, which I guess is a metaphor for his life, and it's wonderfully bluesy, though not a straight blues, and psychedelic. Again, it's quite eerie and psychedelic sounding, with the explosive guitar solo that really take you places. So it has a great rise and fall feel, a Groundhogs classic. Okay, at number 6 is Mistreated. This song is the Groundhogs taking a simple premise of a blues song and really going with it and working out, and it gets really heavy. I love this track. You were getting Godless John Lee Hooker as guitar, which just gets more and more intense throughout the song, with a pounding drum beat and bass line. This is the Groundhogs just again doing what they do best and being wonderful at it. Okay, at number 5 is Thank Christ for the Bomb. The title track from their third and arguably most famous album is one of their less bluesy numbers, but is still an absolute classic. The first half is the wonderful acoustic solo type thing, just him singing over some well-played acoustic guitar about the war and how he feels the threat of the atomic bomb stop future wars happening. It's so simplistic, stark, yet powerful, which the best songs of this ilk are. Then the second part of the song is an incredibly well thought out musical enactment of war. You've got this almost catchy marching part which fades up after the acoustic bit, which makes you think of soldiers marching to battle, but that eventually transcends into musical mayhem, a short but intense psychedelic workout which ends abruptly with a bomb sound. Again, perfect musical simulation of war. This is an incredible song despite its slightly distasteful look at the original atomic bombs. Right, at number 5 is 3744 James Road. This track from the 6th album, Hogwarts, from 74, may have been a bit after the more successful period, but is nonetheless a total classic. The song opens with that very unique stomping John Lee Hooker-esque guitar part, which really gets a good rhythm going. Then that rhythm joined by drums until it builds that changes into this fantastically heavy walking riff. And then I kind of dies back down when the vocals come in and the wave of the song repeats again. I just love the feel of the track, plus the guitar work is excellent. The solos go on for a while, but that's okay with me. Okay, at number 3 now is Cherry Red. This track from the 4th album, Split, may be the most well-known song and definitely showed them unafraid to really walk out, and it's all the better for it. It's just got all the best elements of the Hogs. It's got a really driving, pounding, relentless rhythm. This intense, heavy, psychedelic guitar and strong bluesy themes running all the way through. And live, I believe they always made this a real showstopper. They just jammed it. All the members of the band really went for it and pushed each other on. It's the kind of track you can really do this. A great song. Okay, at number 2 is Eccentric Man. Well, I said I name myself online after the song, so I must love it. And this, despite having a full title I can never remember. Read the song's full title in the description. The song abbreviated to Eccentric Man is just wonderful. The Thanquest album was slightly less blues-based than most of the albums, and I always love the power of a band doing this, then concluding the album with a stonking, uncompromising blues rocker like this song. I know it's been covered by Desert Sessions on record, and Queens of the Stone Age have done it live, so it's heavy enough to influence stoner rock, while it's bluesy enough that you can tell instantly by the structure it's based on a simple blues form. Again, you've got these two elements to the Groundhogs, heavy psychedelia and pure blues, and when those elements combine to a total 50-50 perfect mix, the sound they made was just wonderful. There's nothing quite like it. Lyrically, this song describes a man who was once rich but is now a beggar, but either way was always an oddball who doesn't really fit into society, and I think this reflects on how Tony McVie sees himself, though obviously by this time in his career he hadn't had a massive peak of wealth then fall. To be honest, he never did. Anyway, now my number one Groundhog song is Split Part 2. As said, the Thanquest album was an unexpected success, and the Groundhogs shortly became quite famous and were touring extensively. Part of the problem is Tony wasn't ready for that kind of fast-paced life, and he had a bit of a breakdown. The next album, Split, has a first side consisting of track Split 1, 2, 3, and 4, telling the story of that breakdown, and Split Part 2, in my opinion, is absolute perfection. You've got another example of that stomping, rhythmic, John the Hooker-esque sound of Tony's guitar, which opens the song, which again builds into this heavy, full-blown riff, and then it dies back down to the verse with the, again, pounding, hooker-esque rhythm and guitar part that is just relentless and keeps you wanting to move. Being split part 2, I think the song documents the second part in his Soca mini breakdown, which is when he couldn't sleep, and this song got such a pounding, relentless rhythm. It reminds me of just having something keeping going, something you can't turn off that may well keep you up at night. But unlike most things that keep you up at night, this song is truly wonderful. Some of the best guitar playing you ever hear on record, and this is again just peak Groundhogs. Everything they do best in one song. I love it. So those are, in my opinion, the 10 best songs by the Groundhogs. Songs that I feel could really put you onto this great band. As usual, in the description is links to all the mentioned songs on Spotify, so please check them, and of course like this video, share, comment, and if you really like it, share it with your friends. Thank you.